Kick back and catch a vibe. We at home with Lisa. Kick back, it's a lifestyle. We at home with Lisa. Kick back and catch a vibe. We at home with Lisa. Kick back, it's a lifestyle. We at home with Lisa.
Hello everyone, welcome to At Home with Lisa. Hi love bugs, welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time here, welcome. And if you're returning, welcome back. We so appreciate you guys. And congratulations you guys. We have reached 12K and I'm so excited and I can't do it without you guys. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into this video. So as you all can see, the things are on the table. So we are in the craft room today, you guys. And we are going to be doing a DIY fabric foam wreath. So we're going to be using this foam shaped wreath. I believe it's 2 inches by 15.6 inches. We're going to be using it. And then I have picked out some fabric here. I have this green plaid print, and then I have this floral print with many colors like green, burgundy, orange, and yellow. So my plan for the fall is to use like the greens, the burgundies, the browns, and of course the cream colors. We also have some florals that we may be using as well. And then we also have ribbon here that we're going to be using to create our bow. So what I did was I got the fabric and I cut it into squares. So I did both patterns like that. I cut them into squares. Now I believe you're going to need like a yard or maybe a yard and a half. If you decide to do this project, this DIY, get at least a yard and a half, especially if it's your first time doing this. And this will be my first time doing a fabric wreath, okay? So you guys, we're going to go ahead and get into it. I'm also going to try and not use glue. But the process for this is to be able to take one of my squares, and they're slightly different in size, maybe like a half of an inch off or whatever, and that's okay because I do want elevation. So my plan is to lay the square on top. I can take my scissors or I can take any pointy object to be able to put it down in here, and it goes just like that. So you can put it as far as you want or not. So mine is as far as I want it to go, but the more, as you can see, the more you go down, the smaller it's going to be, and the more of these squares you're going to use. So I'm trying to do like a little pattern. So I'm going to lay the next one here, and you may have spacing in between, and that is okay. If you have spacing, see, if I do it like this, I don't get this full look. I want the full look of like a scrunch type look. So I am going to press mine down, and you can always go back and you can fluff. So I'm going to go through and continue to lay my pieces of fabric. And then at the end, if I see where I have some spacing in there, I'm going to go back and I'm going to insert some more pieces in there. And you also want to make sure that you're doing the outer and you're doing the inner. So that's why I said maybe get a yard and a half. And also too, especially if you're using big cuts of the fabric, if you're using the big cuts, you want to make sure that you get more fabric, because the worst feeling is to be doing a project and then you don't have enough and you got to go back to the store. So yeah, so that's all. You can use your scissors, like I said. You can use any sharp object, but not too sharp, you guys. any sharp object to be able to do this. And you can poke it 1, 2, 3, 4, how many times that you want. So this is what it's looking like right now. And so we're going to go through and do this all the way throughout this foam wreath. Now, what I did, I purchased some fabric from Hobby Lobby, right? But it was a fabric that was already cut, if you know what I mean. It was already cut. Not the little small squares that you could purchase from Walmart, but these were already cut. So what I did was I went in and cut them down to this size. Now there's like a little square that's in each package, and I just used that square to cut my squares. So I did it like a little bit smaller than this, not as large. So if you want this piece, it'll be less time consuming if you do larger squares. So it's basically up to you according to the look that you want. But again, this is my first time doing this, and I'm hoping that it turns out the way I am imagining it. But again, you don't have to use scissors to poke it in. And as a matter of fact, let me use my little scraper here just to see how it would work. Yep, see, you're just pushing it down in. And then, like I said, you can go back and fluff. So I hope this is going to turn out as cute as I want it to, because I am using this for my fall wreath for my door, front door. And so yeah, that's what I'm using this wreath for. And I know some of you guys are probably saying, oh, it is too early, it is too early, it is just August. Y'all, these days and months are going by so fast, until before we know it, Christmas is going to be here, and we're going to be scrambling trying to get Christmas decor done. So I'm going to go ahead and start my fall. Also too, myself along with Miss Emma and Lifestyle Designs with Teresa, we will be doing Fallmas this year. And Fallmas is 3 days. And it is September the 1st through the 3rd. So we're going to be bringing some beautiful content and some ideas for you guys for the fall. So yeah, you guys, this is what it's looking like. And as I'm doing it, I think I kind of wish that I had cut them a little bit larger, but we're gonna go with what I've already pre-planned. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to go on the outer parts of it, and I'm just going to start laying my pieces of fabric. But what I'm doing is, you guys saw that I did the pattern, I did the florals, and then I did the plaid. So what I'm going to do on this side, because I have a floral right here, I'm going to use a plaid right here. So I'm going to alternate. Now this is a time-consuming project, so this is not something you're going to be able to do in 5 or 10 minutes, okay? So I'm just alternating the patterns, and I do see already that I'm going to have to go in and fill in, and that is okay. That is okay. I am okay with that, and you can just kind of poke your pieces of material in however you want, because you know what look that you may be going for. And like I said, some of my pieces are larger than others, and I purposely did that for elevation purposes. So this is what it's looking like on the outer. So we're going to go ahead and continue to add our fabric pieces. And I didn't cut all my pieces, you guys. So I may have to go back and cut some pieces. but we will know that once we use all the pieces that I cut. But again, you know, get more fabric than needed, just so you don't run out. And again, especially if this is something you've never done before, because like me, I'm kind of guesstimating on my pieces. And I'm trying to make the look different throughout. And I'm excited, you guys, to see how it's going to look when I am done. Alright, you guys, so I'm not going to hold you guys to watch me do this all the way through. I'm just going to go ahead and do it as quickly as possible. And yeah, you guys, thank you all so much for tuning in. Thank you all for watching. Thank you all for helping me to get to 12K. And we are on the road, guys. We are on a journey.
I had a dream last night. Did everything I never do in real life. I stepped into a room, told everyone to be quiet, cause I had something to say. Blew everybody away, wear whatever I want. Dressed in a gown, everybody's like, why, where you going? Nowhere special, just going to the store. I think I'd have it all, tell you I have even more. Picking a plate, being a plate, she is unruly. Never seen her like this, didn't think it existed, no truly. Don't get in her way, she's not here to play, she'll get moody. But don't mistake this girl for being me, cause these are dream rules. This is someone else, I'm not myself, no. Cause these are dream rules. This is someone else, I'm not myself, no. Living in my dreams all night. Living in my dreams all night. Living in my dreams, living in my dreams all night. Living in my dreams, living in my dreams. She can make all the problems disappear. She could tell you the things you wanna hear. She could read your mind and that you could laugh. All the little lies to tell yourself at night. Never get it wrong, it's always right. Making a plate, being a plate, she is on a rule, she's on.
Okay, so this is what we have now. And as you can see, the more I stuff it and puncture in, then the fuller it's getting. So I want it to be a little bit more fuller. So I'm going to add some more. And when I come back, we're going to go ahead and add our bow and our florals. And then we will be at the reveal. Again, thank you all so much for tuning in. Thank you all so much for watching. But one tip I will say, as I'm doing this, you got to make sure that you puncture into the styrofoam, because if you don't puncture into the foam, then they're not going to stay and they're going to come out. So you want to be able to shake, especially if this is a wreath that you're going to be using outdoors. You want to make sure that you are puncturing in pretty good. But the more you puncture your fabric in, the smaller it's going to be. So also you can shape and build as you go according to how you puncture it in. All right. So if you like this video so far, please don't hesitate to give me a big thumbs up and leave some sweet, loving, and kind comments down below. And I hope you all are enjoying this, and I hope this is an idea that you guys can use when you are creating your wreath. We are back and we are all done. This is what it looks like. On the front, it's very full and you can't see any styrofoam here. And then for the back, I just took the large pieces of the fabric and covered the back. I didn't want the styrofoam to be showing on the back, so I just covered it. I just punctured it through. That's all I did. And this is what it looks like. I'm liking it. So now what we're going to do is, I have 4 bushels here. Let me put my bifocals back on, y'all. I have 4. I have greenery here with some purple leaves, and then I have the cream colored ones. So I think what I want to do is I want to put these in first. So I'm not going to glue these, but if you want to hot glue them, you can. But I'm just going to find a space in the styrofoam and just tuck it as far as I can to ensure it doesn't come out. Then I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Stuff it down as much and then fluff your leaves here. And then we're going to add this one as well too. And I'm going to pretty much add it down a little bit lower than where I placed the first one. And then we're just going to fluff them and mix the leaves together so it doesn't look like they're separated. We're going to do the same thing here. And make sure you are pressing down hard, making sure it's in there. And mix your florals to make it look like one little bushel, if you can. Okay. Okay, so this is what the florals are looking like. Okay, and now we have our 4-loop bow here. And I'm just going to attach the bow. And I'm probably going to use my chenille stem to just poke it in. Make a loop like this, and I'm going to twist it. And I'm going to poke it into the styrofoam. Let's see if that's going to work. And guess what? It worked. Let's see. Hold on, y'all. I want it on this side. Or you can attach it around the branch, because I see that my branch is right here where I'm trying to apply the bow. Or again, you can resort to your hot glue. And I'm going to use my scissors to poke it down in there. And y'all be careful with your scissors too. Okay. So I'm going to fluff my bow. Fluff, 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 fluff. Fluffing is good, you guys. And there you have it. This is my beautiful fall styrofoam fabric wreath. Very easy to do, but a little kind of time consuming. But like I said, the tips are to make sure that you insert your fabric pieces down in so they don't come out. Now another tip is, if you don't want to take the time to cut the square pieces, don't cut the square pieces. Just maybe take a long piece of your fabric and just take your scissors and just stuff all the way through. Just poke, 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 and that will save you a lot of time. So in doing any project, you always learn easier ways or quicker ways to simplify the project. So that's something that I noticed when I did the back, and I was like, I could have did that on the front. But doing the squares gave me the ability to be able to stuff and to fill the areas how I wanted it. It also made it whereas it was very full. So yeah, you guys, let me know if you decide to try this DIY. Go ahead and tag me in it if you try this DIY, because I would love to see your method on how you created this. So this is going to go on my door for the fall, and once I do my outdoor area, I will be adding this wreath, and then I will bring you guys along so you can see the outdoor area and how the wreath looks on the door. Well, all right, you all, thank you all so much for trusting the process. Thank you all for hanging out with me on today. And if you enjoyed this video, please do not hesitate to give me a big thumbs up and leave me some sweet, loving, and kind comments down below. I appreciate you all, and we will see you all in the next video. And don't forget to mark your calendars for Fallmas, September the 1st through the 3rd, with Lifestyle Design with Teresa and Design with Emma. All right, you guys. Bye-bye. See y'all in the next.